After all these reviews, I'm finally at Stranger Things Season 4, the last season for me to review before I go see Stranger Things 5 next week on Netflix. Now, Stranger Things 4 is, when it came out, it was so popular. Like, it was really, really popular. Like, I couldn't stop seeing it in TikTok and YouTube of people like just talking about it. It could have either been an edit with Running Up That Hill playing or just videos made by Soups and Film Stoked, I think that was his name, of them just talking about the season and theories of who could die. Steve might die. This character might die. Yeah, the hype was crazy. And now, yeah, season 4 is freaking awesome. Before this review begins, if you're enjoying this video, leave a like and comment down below. What do you think of Stranger Things 4? You love it? You don't really like it as much as the other seasons? You think it's kind of disappointing? I love to see your opinion down below in the comments section. With that said, consider clicking down the subscribe button and clicking on the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. With that said, let's get started. So, Stranger Things Season 4 takes place again 1 year after Season 3. This time, it's the spring of 1986. It's been 1 year since the party has defeated the Mind Flayer and caused some damage in Stark Cornwall. Anywho, it's been a year and things have been complicated for the characters. First of all, in Hawkins, Mike, Lucas, and Dustin are still living their lives in Hawkins. This time they're now in high school. And they've joined a club named Hellfire, which is basically a geek club about playing Dungeons and Dragons. While that, Eleven, Will, and Will's mom, Joyce, same with Jonathan, they moved to California where Eleven will also go to high school. But Eleven is having really so much trouble trying to fit in, especially since there's this jerk bully in her school named Angela. I freaking hate that character. While that, Joyce discovers that Hopper is alive and is stuck in Russia. So now with the help of Murray, Joyce and Murray go to Russia to save Hopper from a Russian prison. But after an accident in California, Eleven is now got arrested, but Dr. Owens from Season 2 basically just told her, is like, hey, something terrible is going to happen to Hawkins. Like, we need to get your powers back. So while that, Eleven tries to get her powers back in a secret military research facility. But essentially, she's trying to get her powers back. But the biggest thing that's going on in Hawkins is this mysterious creature with great power called Vecna, who is essentially killing teenagers with his psychic powers. A teenager named Chrissy was one of those victims that unfortunately got killed by Vecna, which led Eddie Munson, the leader of the Hellfire Club, get framed for the attack. While that, Dustin, Steve, Max, Lucas, Robin, and Nancy are trying to figure out who this Vecna creep is and trying to find Eddie and find a way to stop Vecna from murdering all these people. Now, yes, I know I just said a buttload of subplots and story details, but that just shows that Season 4, when it comes to story, it's like really big. And that's something you can say about Stranger Things 4. It's big in every level, from the production to the VFX to the scale and stakes and action. Everything is a lot bigger. But just because you raise the stakes doesn't make your new season good. But is Stranger Things 4 good? Yes, and it's amazing. Stranger Things 4 is the best season since Season 1. I know people might prefer Season 2 or 3. Don't get me wrong, they're great seasons, but I think Season 4 does a better job at the character writing and the grand scale of the lore. We get so deep and they answer some very interesting questions about the Upside Down. We don't get a ton all the information because they're saving that for season 5, but you do get some hints of it, like the birth of the Mind Flayer, or what is some details of what the Upside Down really is. You get so many details and lore behind it. And plus the performances, I think they're at its best. The kids they're technically like adults and they're technically trying to play teenagers. Anywho, those guys, the main party, those actors gave some of their best performances. Whether it's Max in Chapter 4, Dear Billy, or Lucas in the final episode, the piggyback. The piggyback. Heck, Dustin also has a great performance in the piggyback. Like, these actors are so talented and they give it their best in this season. Plus, we get introduced to some new characters yet again. We got characters like Eddie, Enzo, Yuri, and of course, Vecna. And they bring their great personalities that give something new for the characters. And they're great characters that bring in something new for this season. But I really want to talk about Eddie and Vecna. First of all, Eddie's a great character. Joseph Quinn, before he was the Human Torch in Fantastic Four, he was Eddie in Stranger Things, and he did a great job on the role. He's really energetic and kind of theatrical. Insane, but you can understand where he's coming from. You just have so much fun seeing him on screen with the other characters. And Vecna is by far the best villain we've ever gotten in the show, because the other villains, they were just like physical threats. Well, except the Mind Flayer, because he was also a psychological threat. But Vecna is the best villain because he understands the characters. He gets in their minds and understands what are their strengths, their weaknesses, their trauma, what makes them happy, what makes them mad, what makes them sad. Vecna understands that, and that creates a great personal challenge for the characters. You see that with Max, and you see that with Eleven. Plus, the finale is absolutely bonkers because it's literally a movie. It's 2 hours and 22 minutes. It feels like a freaking movie, and it does a great job of paying off all the story, all the subplots that have been introduced since the first episode of season 4. Everything comes together nicely in the most epic way I think they could have ever pulled it off. Another great thing about season 4 are the stakes. And yes, I mentioned that the stakes are higher than the other seasons, but it's high in a way that it raises the suspense. You get really worried for the characters because they could possibly die. And it is really possible that they could die. Like, you can see that in episodes like Dear Billy or The Piggyback. In all those episodes, you could feel like these characters you've known for like 4 seasons, one of them could possibly die. And the writing does a great job at elevating the stakes. But yeah, overall, that's all I gotta say about Stranger Things 4. I freaking love Stranger Things 4. I think it's the best season since season 1. I'm not so sure which one's better, season 4, season 1. I don't know which one's better. I love both of these seasons. Heck, I love all the Stranger Things seasons, but 1 and 4 are like the top for me. For me, they're like the pinnacle of the show. It's okay if you disagree with it. It's okay if you think that 3 or 2 are the pinnacle of it. We all got different opinions, but this is my opinion. But yeah, overall, Stranger Things 4 is an excellent season with some great lore expansion, some great writing, fun action, amazing effects, and a strong sense of heart. And because the stakes are higher than ever, it creates some great suspense for our characters. Plus, we get an amazing villain with Vecna who does a great job with testing the characters in a psychological level. Overall, I'm giving Stranger Things 4 a 10 out of 10. I love Stranger Things 4, and I cannot wait for Stranger Things 5. Also, when I finished season 4, I think it was in 2023 or 2022, when I immediately finished, I was like, oh my god, I want more. I want to see how this is going to end. And we're going to see how it's going to end with the final season that's coming out, well, at the time I'm recording this, next Wednesday. And I can't wait to see how they're going to cap off this story. Now, if you enjoyed this video, again, leave a like and also comment down below what do you think of Stranger Things 4. Also Also, consider clicking the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you can get notified when I upload my next video. Now, before I end the video, I just want to say that it is possible that my next video might be a Stranger Things 5 review because it's going to come out next week. I may make another video that isn't Stranger Things, but when I'm done making that Stranger Things 5 review, I'm going to go back to making non-Stranger Things videos. So it's possible that I can make like a Spider-Man movie review. It's possible I can make that, or I could do like a Digital Circus character ranking. It's possible. I'm not saying I'm gonna make that. I'm just saying like those kinds of videos. I'm gonna go back to making them when I'm done reviewing season 5 volume 1. But overall, that's all I gotta say. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.